Chief Fire Officer Everett Ogaro, Deputy Fire Chief Garfield Hodge, Divisional Fire Officer Miss Mavis Archibald White. We have the Force Chaplain, Mr. Cumberbatch, Facilitator, Miss Erta Cassius. Participants, we are gathered here this morning to conclude a week of food for thought. A lot of knowledge, information from this week's workshop. This workshop is geared to enhancing our St. Kitts Nevis Fire and Rescue Services. Without further ado, we'll all have a seat, and I will call on Chief Fire Officer Ogaro to give some brief remarks.
I say thank you, Mr. Master of Ceremonies, FWSO Keynes. I am very delighted to have been asked to say a few words at the closing ceremony, one that I considered to have been, a very important one, as it marks the closing of some very important training that you would have undergone over the past couple of days. I reiterate, as I said in our opening ceremony, that the main purpose of this training is to assist in the enhancement and development of your skills as supervisors and middle managers of the St. Kitts Nevis Fire and Rescue Services. Where do we go from here? The word application comes to mind. And it is said application is the action of putting something in place. And so it's important for you as supervisors and middle managers that the skills and knowledge that you would have gained over the past couple of days, that you put it into practice as you go away from here, as it would only help to make you better leaders, better supervisors, better managers as you operate in your respective functional areas. The role that you play in organizations such as the St. Kitts Nevis Fire and Rescue Services is extremely critical. And so it's important that you see it and view it as that way, in that way, I must say. So it is important, gentlemen, as you leave here, that you do all what you can do. You apply all that you have learned to make the St. Kitts Nevis Fire and Rescue Services a much better place as we move forward in the 21st century. I thank you.
Moving right along, we'll now call on the Deputy Fire Chief Garfield Hodge to give the workshop overview.
A pleasant good morning, all. Mr. Chairperson, kindly allow me to adopt the protocols that you have already established. This capacity building exercise was geared at enhancing our leadership and management skills as an organization. Today, based on what I've seen and experienced, granted that I myself would have participated, I am confident that this objective has been met by leaps and bounds. Much to the credit of our facilitator, Ms. Erta Cassius. I thank you very much. The officers were both receptive and interactive, and as such, they ought to be applauded and highly commended. It is expected that if we can get it right at the top, then we can certainly get it right throughout the entire body of the organization. And if we can get it right internally, then obviously we can get it right externally. The ultimate aim is for us as an organization to serve the public not just with our highly impressive skill set as far as firefighting and the rescue is concerned, but we have to serve with the highest level of professionalism. You are now charged with disseminating the content of this workshop to your respective working environment, thus effecting the positive change that our organization yearns for. Let us continue to individually work on personal development at every opportunity, which will collectively give rise to the overall development and achievement of our organization, the St. Kitts Nevis Fire and Rescue Services. Permit me to thank the Ministry of National Security for funding this capacity building exercise, the Fire Chief, Mr. Everett Ogaro, for his consent and guidance, Divisional Fire Officer, Ms. Mavis White, for her participation and facilitation of the officers from the NEVIS division. Thanks to all station heads and unit heads. Thanks to all participants, A very special thanks to Mr. Lesroy Keynes, Fire Substation Officer, who was very instrumental in planning and organizing for this workshop. And then, of course, thanks to God, to our God-sent chaplain, Mr. Erickson Cumberbatch, for lending his support and also for participating in this very important exercise. To all, I say thank you very much. And may God bless our organization, the St. Kitts Nevis Fire and Rescue Services.
Moving along quite smoothly, we are going to now reach to the area where we now distribute the certificates. Call on the Chief Everett Ogaro and Ms. Otto Cassius to assist us in that. Lauricia Emmanuel. Julian Isaac. Erickson Isaac. Tito Wasmon. Glennis Lewis. Glenville Dolphin. Ryan Blaise. Lionel Richardson. Julio Williams. Marsha Lewis. Morton Charles. Cuthbert Francis. Alexis Richards. Julian Pemberton. Dwight Alexander. Loretta Hodge. Roosevelt Ho.
And last, and by no means... No, it's not last. Oh, he's not last? I'm sorry. Who's it? Mr. Lesroy Keynes, Fire Substation Officer.
Dwayne Williams. Leroy Martin. Amal Richards. Let's all give everybody a round of applause, please. We will now thank you, Chief and Ms. Cassius, for the certificate delivery. We now call on DFO Ms. Mavis Archibald White to give the vote of thanks.
On behalf of Fire Chief Mr. Everett O'Garo, Deputy Fire Chief Mr. Garfield Hodge, the rank and file of the St. Kitts Davis Fire and Rescue Services, I want to say thank you, Ms. Arthur Cassius, for spending your week with us, for sharing and imparting into our lives ways of being more professional in our workplace and in general our personal lives. We want to say thank you. You have taught us a wealth of information, things that we never even knew. Netiquette. That's the first time I would have heard that term. I know I understand what it means, and I want to thank you. You would have encouraged us, you would have imparted to us on the different communication styles, initiating communicator, supportive communicator, direct communicator. You have always also taught us in ways to be analytical, and we really appreciate that. We will take it to our various stations, and we'll always remember what you have imparted to us as we impart to others. And I want to say thank you very much. You're not a stranger anymore. You're like family to us, and we really thank you and appreciate you for that. Thanks again.